I just think these people really want attention. So instead of denying them their food that they so desperately need, let's feed them. Give them that attention they so crave. Seriously, this made me fucking laugh. Your portrayal of autism, or whatever you're trying at with Derpy, is fucking disgusting. Throw in your own disorders and leave the rest out of that. Cognitive disorders aren't a character trait or writing quirk. Show some fucking respect and either talk to people living with it, or do some research for more than 25 seconds. Okay. I couldn't help it, you know. People confuse this kind of thing for anger, but like it's really funny because people don't know what I'm like when I'm angry, and people think that when I complain about something or reply to something that it's getting under my skin, but it's not, because you don't, well, for those of you who know me, you know what it's like when something gets under my skin. You know, I get upset. This is me responding because, well, it amuses me. So, I'm trying to think back on any time I stated that Derpy was autistic. Nope, that's never been said. In fact, Derpy says it herself. I just think differently. You know, I don't understand so good, I don't see so good, I don't fly so good. She obviously has some form of learning disability along with a few physical disabilities, though it has not been exactly determined what that is. But it's something. But for any of you who are autistic, know someone who's autistic, are on the spectrum, or know somebody who's on the spectrum, Derpy isn't autistic. So, other psychological factors play here. Mostly from the way she grew up, things that affected her psyche because of her abusive mother, her bipolar mother, trying to kill her because she couldn't handle having a disabled child. You know, when you say that somebody has a disability or a handicap, that doesn't always mean autism. There are other disabilities, okay? I'm disabled. Does that mean I'm autistic? No. So, character trait. That's a term I know, and yet you're using it wrong. Derpy's handicap is not a character trait. She was most likely born with a genetic mutation. Sorry to put it in words you can understand. Her DNA got all messed up when mommy had her in her tummy. We all have DNA. It's what contributes to physical traits both inside and out, and can also determine, a word which here means decide, mental traits. So sorry, kid, but I know much more about biology and psychology than you, and I also know much more about writing and character development. You obviously have anger issues and the inability to comprehend, a word which here means understand, basic things. To put it in your words, your stupidity or whatever is disgusting. Keep it to yourself and leave the rest out of it. Show some fucking respect and realize that you don't know if someone has actually met and spoken to multiple people with many kinds of disorders, including many on the spectrum, just as I have. Take 25 seconds to think about what you're accusing someone of, so you can have the chance to say, wait, I'm getting triggered for all the wrong reasons. Obviously, you don't know anyone on the spectrum, or else you could have come? Reitanna English. You could have come to the conclusion yourself that Derpy is not autistic. If you're on the spectrum, I think you should do a little more research on your own condition. I have many people on the spectrum that I converse with regularly, and FYI, my brother-in-law is on the spectrum. Get off your high horse, stop pretending you're some kind of PC Power Ranger, and go seek some anger management classes. Oh, and by the way, thanks for the view, love. So PC, obviously, politically correct. Yeah, I don't know, I just felt like this, I really should do a... Yeah. You know what? This is gonna be a fucking thing. Hall of Shame. Just like with the Pokemon Blood Red thing. Let's make a Hall of Shame playlist. This is what we're gonna do now. Alright, so Hollow Destruction, I hope you enjoyed your spot of fame. The limelight. Hope it makes you feel all sparkly. And thank you all for the intelligent people who have watched this and have all just placed your palm to your forehead, to your head in general, to palm. Slap it to your face. Just, come on, man. It's like, I complain about these things to Michael, and I tell him, I'm like, I don't understand why these things aren't obvious to people. Things that I find obvious are not obvious to other people. And he's like, well, did you ever think that maybe they think that it's not obvious? Or something. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think he was really talking about, when it comes to, I don't know, we were talking about how, he made a comment about how the ponies wouldn't be able, or how the ponies didn't, suspect anything when they found meat in their cupcakes. I'm like, well, they don't find chunks of meat in their cupcakes, Michael. They would blend it up first. And do all other things, because, Pinky's not an idiot. She's going to do everything she can to, make sure that it's not detectable. And I'm like, that's kind of obvious, honey. And then that's when I said that things that are obvious to me aren't obvious to other people. And he's like, well, you also got to think that not everybody can come to disturbing conclusions like that. That's not the first thing I thought. And I'm like, well, you don't have a criminal mind. And he's like, yes. And I'm not sure if I'm comforted by that or afraid of you. And I love him so much. But it's not just, torture methods and other stuff like that. It's just obvious things like this. Like, oh my god. Do you know how autism works? No, you do not. Now, I haven't looked up a specific condition that would match Derpy's traits. Not character traits or quirks. Actual traits, mental and physical traits. Character traits is like, well, let's see, she's blonde, she's a Pegasus, she likes muffins, and she likes bubbles, and, she's very caring, very kind, she loves her friends, oh yes she does, all of these things, come on. But, I imagine it would have something to do with the chromosomes, either, 'cause I know there are definitely many different mutations that happen in the chromosomes that could attribute to these kind of things. But Derpy's not stupid, and I'm not saying autistic people are stupid, because anybody I've known on the spectrum, obviously there are social problems. It's just a fact that it's very hard for them to what is the word I'm looking for? Like Caleb, my brother-in-law, he has a hard time understanding sarcasm. He has Asperger's. So most of the things with people on the spectrum have to do with understanding how to socialize. They are far from stupid. If they have speech impediments, anything like that, if they seem stupid, they're not stupid. They're some of the smartest people I've ever known. And it's like Caleb is so fucking smart. I'm just like, that kid is gonna have no problems. And he's funny too, and he doesn't even, really mean to be funny, but he's funny, If anything, his disability is more like instead of a handicap, a handicapable, and I've spoken to many of you who were autistic, who were somewhere on the spectrum, and it's just, you're not Derpy's not on the spectrum. I'm sorry, it's just funny. It's just anybody who has any sort of understanding to what people on the spectrum are like, and it's not just, oh, autism is like this. It's so many different qualities. That's why there's an entire spectrum. It's not black and white. It's every case is different in some way. It's not something that you can just pinpoint. Like, I hope that some, people on the spectrum read this comment and just feel utterly insulted. I imagine this person is one of those people who, like, are on Tumblr and think that they're, like, some kind of, justice, like a freedom fighter. My screensaver went on. Like a freedom fighter who does nothing but speak out against, things that are controversial and try to, be a magnet for negative attention, and also sheep who will think that they think along the same lines, and just somebody who speaks out and doesn't have any idea of what they're saying, and is thinking that this is going to do something for the benefit of other people, and it's not, because it just makes you look like a dumbass and an asshole and a dick. It's just like, where is your head? I can't see it. It's so far up your ass. It's just amusing. I don't know. Stupid people annoy the hell out of me, but it is pretty funny when it's like this, especially when they're accusing somebody of something. Obviously, they have no idea who I am or what I'm like, and they're accusing somebody of something. They have no idea what they're talking about, and it's fucking funny. So yeah, I just realized that I also have some more Animal Crossing videos to edit. Anyway, so yeah, let me know if you really want this to be a thing. I'm not gonna go through a single video and try and find, comments like this that should be in the Hall of Shame. More like, should I make a video every time there is one worthy of it? So, this is mostly an experiment to see how this does. So, yeah. Alright. Make sure to subscribe, spread the word of awesome, become a Reitanna, and click the little bell. And I shall see you later, alligators and crocodiles. Goodbye.